not everyone is going to be a CEO, otherwise we wouldn't have employees.
Yes, yeah, and I believe that so much. And you know, because that's why I say I lead by having fun. Oi.
Is it good to be here?
Always have a good time.
Yeah.
I try to anyways.
You try to.
Yeah. Actually, I might do that for another quote, but I did hear a quote about trying. I had it on my phone actually, but I completely forgot until right now. But different inspirational quote for today, but I'll keep that in the bank.
Oh, before we get onto that, well, thank you guys for coming back again.
Yes,
really appreciate you.
Nice.
We see your views, all of you, coming through. You know, we're doing quite well. I may say so myself.
Really?
5 episodes.
Yeah.
I swear that
keeping consistent.
Not every podcast gets to 5 episodes.
Yeah, not every. Most people don't make it past 3.
Yeah, we made it past 3.
Overcoming that barrier.
Yeah.
Because I think, you know me, I want to be a serial podcaster.
Of course.
Yeah. So I tried 2 other ones. One of them, I think I've just hit 3. I might have just hit 3. No, 3 or 4. I just hit 4.
Right.
And that took a while. But that was not really a serious one. That was an inconsistent post because it's really just a vlog of like a diary I keep mentally of my months. Other one, I think I released one episode randomly on YouTube.
Never again.
Damn. Never again. So that one's for the stats. One for the statistics. But yeah.
Just wanted the stat pad.
Yeah, we'll focus on this one. Thank you for joining us, you know.
Yeah, really appreciate your time.
Yeah, so please like. When this eventually gets to YouTube, like, subscribe.
Got exciting news about YouTube.
Yeah.
We got an editor on the books now.
Yeah.
Hello there.
Instead of me doing nothing.
Yeah. We can now expect high quality.
Yeah.
Edit.
No.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
We might even see something on the shorts, on the TikToks.
Oh, yeah.
Might catch us on different types of video media now. Oh, short media, long form media.
Crazy.
Could be everywhere.
Remember when it used to be called IGTV?
Yeah. Throwback.
Yeah, little throwback.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think I ever went on IGTV.
I went on it by accident once. So I was like, what is this?
Yeah, it's just
but yeah,
like long stories.
Yeah, they were like,
so not just
they were like reels but long.
Yeah, long day.
So it was like a longer version of TikTok. They were like 10-minute posts on it.
I'm not surprised it didn't take off.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you for joining us, Spotify listeners. We appreciate you greatly. Been in here from the beginning because the YouTube videos are delayed. The podcast's app listeners. There are people on there as well now. Oh, nice.
We got a few listeners from there, and we've got one from Amazon Music.
Shout out Amazon
Music.
Amazon
Music listener.
You're great.
You're a great guy.
You're a great guy.
Great guy.
Does Amazon Music allow comments?
I don't know.
If it does, leave a comment.
Tell us how you found it.
Honestly, that's pretty cool.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, I appreciate you greatly for that. But yeah, shout out to all people listening. Be interactive with us. Leave a comment, leave a like, leave a subscription, follow the Spotify, give a 5-star rating, all the good stuff.
And positive comments.
Honestly, and maybe negative ones.
No.
Well, constructive ones. Let's not say negative.
Constructive criticism as well.
Yeah. That's always great. That's always greatly appreciated. And yeah, so let's get cooking.
Get started with the quote.
The quote. Okay, so this quote is in line with the topic today, which is how the hell do I deal with career myths or career misconceptions?
Yeah.
But yeah, so this one is a quote by Mark Twain. I've heard the name before. I don't know why he's famous. The name sounds very familiar.
It does.
But I just like the quote, and it was Mark Twain. So here's the quote. The problem with the world is not that people know too little, but they know so many things that just aren't so. So really what that means is, like, the problem isn't that you're ignorant to things. It's that you believe you know something but you don't. Yeah. And that's just a misconception. That's the definition of a misconception, really. It's something that you think is a certain way that isn't. Yeah. And I feel like that quote aligns perfectly with what we're going to discuss today.
It does. That's quite a good quote.
Yeah. I like that one. A great find by me. But
Humble.
Yeah, well, I'm about to go into Fraudwatch, and then
Yeah, exactly. I'm looking forward to this.
There's always that humility for Fraudwatch.
Back on the Fraudwatch, Mike.
Back on the Fraudwatch,
After
Mike.
a short interruption from me.
Yeah, a short stint from my boy Jeremy.
Mm-hmm.
But now you know me, back to cooking.
Chief Fraud,
back to
at
cooking, back to cooking, and I know you like to eat it up.
Absolutely, so. CFO back again.
Cool. So cool. I think you already know this story mostly. So this is just for you people, the few listeners that are here right now that appreciate it. So I had because I'm on a grad scheme currently. It's like a rotational one, so I can rotate through teams, and it's up to me to find the next rotation. So you do that by reaching out to people of different teams. And I reached out to the investment management team within my company. And they're very small. I think there's like 4 people. And they're all very high level. It's the chief, it's C-suite and like VP under. It's like, that's it. C-suite and VP. So I sent an email out to the chief.
Yep.
To the chief. And replied, we set up a coffee catch-up.
Yep.
Yeah, so, and the way I understand coffee catch-ups is they're quite light-hearted, you know, we just...
Informal.
Yeah, very informal. Just talk about... I don't know what we really talk about. The way I went into it, I expected all I would do was ask questions and the chief would just reply and let me know.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's what I thought. But that was not how it went.
It's not what you expected.
That was not how it went. It was really just an interview over coffee.
Yeah.
And I hadn't prepared at all. Like at all. At all. You don't understand how rattled I was when we sat, when she, you know, bought my tea, bought her coffee, sat down, and the first thing she said is, why do you want to get into investment management?
You didn't even have a waffleable answer.
I did, because you know me, top waffler.
Of course.
So, no, and so it was like that, and it was I say, but the thing is, even then I just talked like why because I just said why I did want to get into it, because I actually do have reasons as to why I think it's interesting. I like this about it.
Right.
I was like, cool, but then straight away another question. I was like, wait,
is this an interview?
Yeah, that's when I realized, this might be an interview.
Yeah.
And then when I realized that, I realized just how unprepared I was for it. So I started like crumbling my head. I feel like because I was crumbling my head, I started waffling more.
Right, yeah.
And when you get too much into the waffle, like when you're too aware of your own waffling, the other person can understand your waffling.
They see through it.
Yeah. And I felt like she saw through it, especially the points where I would say something and she like tilt her head a little in confusion. I was like, okay, I'm doing too much now. But like got through it, you know, went back and forth, yeah. Then it did feel a lot more informal after that, because she asked me like those questions that she wanted to, and then I started asking her questions, and it felt more conversational. Yeah. And you know, I was learning like about her like journey, her family, and things like that. So I got into it then. So that was cool. But I knew I was waffling, okay, when she asked where I'm from, okay, and I started talking about Nigeria. Oh man! And I went in depth into Nigeria. I went about like how I go there regularly, how it's got worse over time, the corruption issues I believe there are, the signs I saw last time I was there, and then this was like for like 5 minutes, because like this was like 5 minutes I went on about Nigeria. I went on Nigeria for like 5 minutes. And then she was like, oh yeah, it's been really good talking to you, but we can keep talking, but we actually have to go back because it was only meant to be like 20-30 minutes. So it came to the end, and she was like, and then as we were waiting for the lift, she was like, I'm going to be honest to you. When I asked where you were from, I meant like, where do you live in England? And that was when I was like, poof, I've been waffling. That was when I came to realization that, you know, I might have really messed this up. And then, and the thing beforehand is because when I sent the original email to talk to her, I was like, I was quite like, I was pretty chill with it. Yeah. Because that's just who I am. I'm like, yeah, just ain't too bad. You know, send the email out to people, talk to them, do that. And then I started telling people about it. And everyone made me so aware that she was C-suite. Yeah. That I just started like, oh wait, am I like doing this wrong? Like, should I not be this like hard about it? So that got into my head like a little. Yeah. And then I told people afterwards about what went down, and they would be like, don't know about that and all this. So
that I was one of those people.
yeah.
That was
so
me. Yeah.
So it makes it feel like maybe I did worse than I thought. And then what happened afterwards? Because at the end she's like, "Oh, yeah, it's been great to talk to you. Just send me your CV and then email me later in the year, and I'll check if there's any position open for you." And I was like, "Nice." So ended well. Then I'll be telling people the story, and they're like, and I'm like, "Okay, maybe it didn't end well, but we move anyway."
Yeah.
But then what happened is I then emailed her after and said, "Okay, it was nice talking to you. I really learned a lot, and here's my CV attached." I didn't attach my CV.
Oh no.
I didn't attach my CV.
That instantly increases the Fraudwatch score.
Yeah, I didn't attach my CV. So what I did, I just replied to that email with nothing but the CV attached. I replied to that email with nothing but the CV attached, and then she replied saying, "Oh, thank you."
That's a strong Fraudwatch.
Yeah. It's not my best moment. Not my best moment. And the thing is, I let it go because I was like, it's cool, but just so you know, I didn't get that placement.
I forgot you did that last bit. So
yeah.
Should we give you the fraud feedback?
Yeah, that's it.
So,
how fraudulent was this?
This on all the Fraudwatches we've done so far, definitely takes the cake.
Yeah,
but by quite a bit, because I think the highest we've had so far was
like a 6. I'm pretty sure.
Like a 6.
Yeah.
So that's a baseline for this one. But you get extra point for meeting the chief investment officer and just chilling.
Yeah.
If it was me, I would have gone in there.
You'd have blacked out.
I probably would have blacked out. I would have blacked out, come out, and not known what would have happened. But I think I would have had like more expectation on more of an interview type thing. Like I'm gonna meet the chief actuary.
Yeah.
But I've got, probably because of this story, I've got like a load of questions prepped.
Yeah.
And like a load of different like scenarios in my head about how it can go out.
Yeah. I didn't do any of that.
Yeah.
I just went in there and legit just winged it, just because the coffee catchers I'd seen before and heard about before were extremely lighthearted. Like especially within the company. Let me move this. It's annoying. Yeah. Especially within the company, like they've all been very lighthearted. But to be fair, they all lasted like 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes. Yeah,
but I think yours was a bit different in that you wanted a job from her.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
but that's because the other like placements I reached out to get was also very lighthearted. They were like,
okay, right.
They were like, "Oh yeah, we'd love to have you." They didn't ask me any questions.
Really, none at all.
No, because I remember for one team I wanted to join, cybersecurity, right?
Yeah,
I learned about that whole team through like a week of just having calls with each individual sub team within it, right? And all they did was talk about their team to me.
Because to get to my actuarial placement, I did a technical assessment.
Yeah, I didn't do that
on a Teams call. So he asked me all these things. I didn't even get to write things down. It was all verbal. And he just asked me a bunch of questions about competency questions, obviously. But then it got really technical for like a 15-minute interview. So I thought it would have been something like that you would have had maybe.
I wasn't prepared for that because of how all my prior experience within the company, talking to people who are heads of teams. They just wanted to like tell you about their team.
Right. Okay. So it's kind of like a show and tell type.
Yeah, they'll tell you about their team. They might ask a question like, "Oh, do you know about this?"
Yeah. With the idea that you don't.
Yeah, with expecting you not to know. Because I had computer science, I did know. Yeah. But it was like they were half expecting you like not to know and then have to explain it.
Yeah, like they wouldn't have had a problem.
Yeah. And that's how I thought it would be.
That's got to be like an 8.
You think so? Okay.
That's got to be an 8. Okay. It's not a 10 because you still managed to. A 10 would have been you didn't answer any questions at all.
Yeah.
And then you just flopped.
No, I did that in school one time. But no, I'll say that for another Fraudwatch story then. Actually, I'll say that for another Fraudwatch story. Yeah, that's a story. Okay.
In the future, I think we can open up Fraudwatches
to the public. Send us
in a Fraudwatch story.
Yeah, a DM on Twitter or something.
A DM on Twitter. Yeah, Twitter's up.
Twitter's up. Gonna get the Instagram up and running.
Instagram will be up. Yeah, and then did anyone use any other social medias? TikTok,
Twitter, Instagram,
DM on
TikTok. I don't think so. You have to follow them.
I'm such an old man.
You have to follow them, I'm pretty sure. And they have to follow you back to receive it, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, yeah, no point.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, I mean, that's all social medias, but it'll always be at How the Hell.
Yeah.
Or How the Hell Pod. One of them.
Or HTH Pod.
Or HTH Pod.
We'll figure it out and let you know next week.
It'll come up on the screen.
I
can assure you that.
Cool. Yeah. Nice. Cool.
Our editor will put that up.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, Sean. Thanks, man.
Nice little shout out to Sean.
Yeah. With no further ado, after we've rated that an 8 on the fraud scale, unbelievable, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Get straight into the article, shall we?
Yeah.
So the article is about 6 workplace myths you need to stop believing.
Let's go. Let's work our way through it.
So let's start, as we always do, high level, and we'll go into a bit more detail as we go through.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, 8-hour workdays lead to productivity. I think you and I both know that's not the case. However, we'll carry on. Money is the best motivation. Number 3, jump right in, put your head down, and get it done. Number 4, high achievers make great managers. Number 5, remote employees are less engaged. And number 6, do what you love and you'll never work again. I like all of these. So let's get into number 1. 8-hour workdays lead to productivity. So background is a town in Sweden decided to implement a strict 6-hour workday for everyone because they believed that employees work more efficiently on less time.
Okay.
Which I think it makes sense, because if I had less time to do everything, I think I'd be more
inclined to do
it.
you're more inclined to do it. Yeah.
So I'm probably gonna butcher this, but they're called the Drogium Group. Drogium Group.
Okay.
They conducted an experiment to understand the habits of the most productive employees. Surprisingly, the employees with the highest productivity didn't work longer hours than their counterparts. They didn't even work full 8-hour days. Instead, the most productive employees took a 17-minute break for every 52 minutes of work. Built-in breaks and shorter work days actually enable employees to be their most productive. So what it's saying is 8-hour days are not a necessity for productivity, which everyone seems to think when they go into a job.
And it makes perfect sense, because I'm pretty sure, I think Bill Gates, he has a famous quote that says, hire lazy people.
Oh, because they'll find a way to get the job done quicker,
to get the job done more efficiently.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what that is, really.
Yeah.
And also, there's also like people for like studying say you shouldn't work, like you shouldn't just study all out.
Yeah, you have the Pomodoro technique.
What is it?
So it's 20 minutes on and then a short break. 20 minutes on, short break.
I think when I saw it was like 30 minutes on, 5-minute break. 30 minutes on, 5-minute break. Yeah. So it's like breaking things down is better.
Oh, definitely.
And even the neuroscientist Andrew Huberman said that people have these, I can't remember what he called the cycles, but it's like work cycles that we have, and they last for 90 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like,
what, 90 minutes of like intense focus?
Yeah. So like you can't focus for more than 90 minutes. Yeah. And by that, if you've worked for 90 minutes, take a 30-minute break. Yeah. And then what, the break is tapered to the amount of time you've worked? Yeah, because he says like to be the most productive is because our brain neuron fire in these 9-minute cycles. Right. And apparently if you take that break in 30 minutes of something that's not like strenuous and not like mentally consuming. Yeah. Like he said, don't scroll through something. Like maybe like watch like a comedy or something. And your brain refires the neurons that you were just doing. Yeah. So you pick it up even quicker. So honestly, I agree with that. That first was a definite misconception. 100%. Because when I was younger, I used to think, the minute my mum left the house, she was working till she came back. Yeah,
I think I applied that misconception to revision as well. Just all types of work, I applied it to. If I spend this entire day, I block out this entire day and I revise for 7 hours in a row, I'm going to be really productive and I'm going to get this and this and this done. And I get an hour into actually revising. Yeah. I think, I've got 6 hours left. And then my mind starts wandering. I'm thinking, wow, this wall looks really interesting.
I don't think I would like to do that. I've always had that opportunity of trying to do that, but I've just never physically been able to do it.
I don't think it's possible to do unless you're on ultimate cramming.
Yeah, or you're on like Adderall.
Yeah, probably. That makes more sense.
Yeah, because I actually it's like I can't imagine it being efficient. Well, it's
definitely misconception.
Oh, a great misconception! I promise you. Like in a work day, people always take like coffee breaks. Yeah, like everyone takes breaks. Like no one's working straight 3 hours till lunch and then 4 hours after lunch. Like no one's doing that.
Yeah.
Especially,
no, not a chance.
especially
it's computed that.
Yeah,
no,
especially
no
like
way.
an office job. Especially because back when, before the pandemic, when offices were packed, people were sitting next to each other like crabs in a bucket.
Oh yeah.
So of course they'll talk to people. Like that's just standard.
It's just. I mean, we'll probably talk about after this article, but there's like the misconception that the office is like an exam hall.
Yeah,
It's really not.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. On to the next point.
Money is the best motivation, and the reason I like this one is because you told that story very recently about your perfect day.
Yeah.
And tied with that, how you would forego a salary for better perks.
Yeah.
I want to know a bit more about that.
So, I've never liked spending money.
Yeah.
I've never liked having to, like, be so aware of money. And
What about money? Spending money? Do you not like? Is it the act?
the thought process into it. It's just because we're taught money's like a valuable thing to have, right? Like money is what allows you to get stuff, and all I ever think about when I'm spending money is opportunity cost.
Okay,
That's
right.
all I ever think about. It's like if I spend money on this, I won't be able to spend money in case of any emergency ever occurring.
Yeah.
And because I'm a fraud in my daily life, emergencies occur all the time.
Of course.
Literally all the time. Like I said, I lost 2 phones in 2 weeks.
Yes.
I had to then buy another phone.
It's actually impressive.
Like I had to.
But I mean, at least you didn't have to buy those 2 phones. Those were gifted phones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thankfully, but
yeah.
But if not, it's just that's why. Like I hate spending money because I know myself and I know I'm gonna have to do something off the cuff to spend money.
Right. I would be the exact opposite.
So I would just prefer perks of stuff, like because like if you you get a work phone, you lose a work phone, they give you another one.
Yeah, of course, that's true. But it's because it's a necessity for the business.
Yeah.
But would you prefer? So with perks,
you
would not forego any monetary perks.
Well,
what if there was like an allowance based on something?
I don't know.
They gave you a food, like I'm thinking like an Uber Eats food allowance of like £40 a day.
Yeah, like that. I would greatly like. Like it's the kind of perks where, because it's the perks that make up for me being a fraud. Like, so like.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I like. So food perks.
Yeah, but what's the difference between
car perks,
putting that £40 as a perk for Uber Eats?
Yeah.
And then just adding £40 to your monthly salary. Sorry, you're like £40 times 30 to your monthly salary.
Because I won't spend it.
You'd only spend it when it's allocated to your food.
No. I don't want to have to think about money.
Right.
Like I don't want to have to think about it. And the thing is, one thing, I don't even know what to spend money on.
Fair enough.
I actually don't. Like I was having this conversation with my mum, and I was like, honestly, after I buy a house and a car I like,
what's left?
Like I don't know what else to do with money. I honestly don't. Like I don't. Like that's why I don't have like these crazy dreams of doing stuff with like that I need loads of money for. I'd be like, all I think is like, oh, it'd be cool to do that. But if I don't do that, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like having a lot of money was nice because maybe I'll lose this side of me where I don't like spending money because I know that I'll be okay.
Right.
But it's just I just don't like spending money, and it's just something I'm a fan of, and I hate. And what I really hate is big purchases.
Oh yeah.
Anything
I don't like those.
Anything
either.
like over £25.
Pardon?
Yeah.
£25 is a big purchase for you.
Anything over £25, I'm like, I don't really know if I need this. Honestly, if something is over £25, I'm like, do I really even need this? Like, do I even really need this?
I'm trying to think what my limit. I think my limit's 50.
Like
before I start questioning.
Like for example, for PCNs, right? I got here.
But do you have a choice whether you could pay them or not?
But here, PCN pay in the first 14 days was £25.
Yeah.
The thing is, I had a valid appeal, but I was like, I'm not even to appeal. I don't mind just paying that.
Okay, right.
It'll be minimum payment £40. I'm appealing back to back to back because I'd do anything I can to not have to pay £40.
Oh, very true. Yeah, that makes sense.
But I have a valid appeal that I could make.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I might just pay the £25. £25 is like
make it easier.
Yeah. Just have to go through the stress of typing up,
dealing with them,
uploading pictures, getting email replies, going back and forth.
Yeah.
But like that's just how my brain works. Like literally, like if I go out to eat, I feel like early I expect to spend £25 or less, like per person
in London.
per person. But I don't really go out many places. And most places I go, the max meal will probably be like £15. For like
Okay,
places,
yeah, but that's light.
Yeah,
that's most
like,
fast food places.
like
Will be £15.
£15, £16, and sometimes starter like £7-8.
Yeah,
And
think Nando's prices.
And normally all I drink is water.
Okay, yeah,
So that's around £25.
that's probably under just at £20.
Yeah. But that's what I gauge on because to be fair, I do hate spending, but I never have any problem spending on food when I'm out. Like if I'm going out to eat, I have no problem spending that money on the food.
Yeah.
That's because I know it's probably going to be around £25 just to what I order, and
Right.
I always look at the cost of things.
Fair enough.
Like I remember one time, my sister was like, "Oh yeah, we're going Nobu." She's like, "Oh, we're going Nobu."
Right.
I was like, "Why?" She's
Well,
like,
for what reason?
I was like, "Why?" She's like, "I can't come from Ireland.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna go eat there." I'm like, "Can we not go TGI Fridays?"
What happened to decorum?
What
What happened to humility?
What happened to a cheeky Nando's?
What happened? Yeah. What's wrong with the cheeky Nando's?
I
No food?
don't know if they have that over there in Ireland, you know?
Do they?
I have no
Might need to
idea.
fact check this.
I have no idea.
Sean, do they or do they not?
I have
I'm actually going to take advantage of this.
I have no idea.
Hmm.
But before it was even booked,
Yeah.
I looked at the menu and I planned what I was going to order
Yeah.
because I'm not built for this life.
Oh my days, no, not a chance.
So, and then money as a motivator, it's not it's nice to earn more money.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh,
There's
definitely.
no doubt. Like I would like to have a lot of money
Mhm.
just because probably the spending issue would fade because
Yeah.
I knew I could afford things.
Hmm.
But it's like once, because there's even one stat that's like when you earn over a certain amount of money,
Mhm.
your quality of life,
Yeah, I was talking about this with my friend
yeah,
actually.
your quality of life flattens out. Like I'm pretty sure in the UK, I think it's like you earn over 80 grand,
Yeah.
and your quality of life compared to someone who's earning like 150 is
It's
literally
literally
virtually
similar.
the same.
Yeah, it's what, diminishing returns.
Yeah, it's diminishing.
That's
After that point, it's diminishing returns.
Yeah.
Because I even talked to my mentor,
Mhm.
and he was like, I would like if this place offers me a job
Mhm.
for like 15 more K, I'm not doing that. I'll probably have to work harder,
Yeah.
and 50K is like maybe 100K,
Mhm.
but it's just that's diminishing returns.
Yeah, definitely.
People don't
Oh
even-
yeah, from 80 to 100, not but from 30 to 100.
Yeah, exactly.
But would you say
But
that's a motivator?
so let's say I don't know how much he earns,
Okay.
but let's say it's like low six figures. Let's say 300K.
Okay.
He's saying if you pay me 350 to do, and I have to do more work, I
Yeah.
wouldn't do that.
Yeah. No.
Because it doesn't make sense.
Mhm.
It's just diminishing return. I'm getting
Yeah.
this amount of money
Yeah.
that won't allow me to improve my life by a great amount
Very true. Yeah.
to then have to work this much harder. Because even in economics, I remember in
Oh dear, yeah.
year 12,
Mm-hmm.
there was like a graph they had where it was like pleasure to work.
Yeah.
And like the way it works is like after like you get to a certain point where it's like linear, where it like goes up and then it like there's exponential growth and then it starts curving backwards.
Yeah. I
Where
can't
like your
remember what
pleasure-
it's called. It's a specific type
Yeah,
of
yeah.
curve.
Yeah, where your pleasure starts decreasing and you're working more. Like
Mhm.
it's just
It's called the marginal increase.
it's
becomes
just yeah.
less and less and less. which
So
is diminishing returns.
money really shouldn't be a motivator.
See what Forbes was talking about when they said this.
Oh yeah, I didn't even read it. I just went straight into my bag.
No, that's all right. That's all right.
Yeah.
Got insight.
Yeah.
Do you have a figure that you think you'd reach
Mm-hmm.
where you don't care about anything else anymore?
No, it would probably the fig. I don't know.
So I think the figure for me is 80K.
You think so?
Yeah.
For
I
me-
think I wouldn't care much more about salary above 80K.
No, for me it'd probably be I'd say like 150, just
150.
because I want to get a certain car. Like I want to get an Aston.
Oh, okay.
I want to get
okay,
Aston Martin.
Yeah, but
Vantage.
that's because you have a specific goal in mind.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about like everyday spending.
everyday spending.
Everyday spending because I don't think.
I think I could do fine with like 60.
Yeah, but I think 80K is not worry about bills or shopping weekly money.
Yeah, but 80K is like.
Do you reckon 60K is not think about shopping for a family of like 3?
For a family of like 3?
Yeah,
Oh, actually, even thinking I want a family of 3 to 5 anyways.
yeah. Oh, as in kids?
Yeah, I want a
Or-
family of it'll be
3
5.
kids?
It'll be 5 to 7. That's how
Oh,
big the
yeah,
family
well, you
would
need
be.
more.
So,
150K
yeah.
will be.
So now I'm thinking,
Yeah.
I'd need a lot more money.
Yeah.
But now if it was just me right now,
Oh, 50, 60
yeah,
is fine.
that's what I was thinking about originally. But yeah, if I had like a whole family on my back.
Okay, say with your 3 children.
Yeah.
What's the figure you'd be at, and you'd not probably think about any bills? Do you think? Because obviously we don't know.
Probably like 110.
So I think 100, 120, 110. Yeah.
Because I think one thing I have for kids, is I'm gonna like when I'm gonna have like make a little like lemonade stand kind of thing.
Okay.
Within my house, and call it Bank of Mum and Dad, and teach my kids like
and give them a money
stuff.
tree.
Yeah, and did teach them like how the bank and like how finance works.
Okay.
Using me as Bank of Mum and as Bank of Mum and Dad.
Fair enough. You
like,
can tax them.
Yeah. Tax, loan, interest.
I'll
teach them it all.
Your own blood.
I'll teach them it all because I might even try and maybe like make like doing stuff like their job for getting like income.
Okay.
And doing that, so like that, and then like as they get older, and like they might even teach them about tax brackets.
That's fair.
So that's like getting like doing this amount of work,
promotions,
will get you this amount of money,
more money, less money, salaries,
now
negotiation.
So now just having to sweep one room, you have to sweep 3, but you get this amount more.
But you also get
this gets taken off this amount more that you get.
That sounds sick, actually.
Finance
person myself.
That's that's like what I would love to do.
Yeah.
But it's like I say, but I think of bare cool things I think are just cool to do, right?
Yeah.
If I do them, it'll be cool. If I don't, I'm okay. Like, if I'm not in a situation where I can't do that, I'll be good with it. I'll still try and teach them in a different way, but that's just the coolest way I could think of trying to teach them. But yeah, got distracted again. Back into the article. Let me read the second one.
So, will employees produce better results and be happier if you pay them more? Thoughts?
Will employees produce better results
and be happier if you pay them more? Yes or no?
Wait, if we're doing the same thing?
No,
they'd be happier.
Same job.
They'd be happier. I don't know if they do more. Because some people think they don't get paid enough for what they do.
Yeah, but I thought that at Amazon, at warehouse, I was getting £14 an hour, which is a lot of money.
Good. That's good.
Very good. That's like £300-ish a week.
Yeah, that's good.
After tax, which is a lot of money. But I would say I'm being underpaid.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's all relative.
Exactly. It's all relative because a lot of people think they're underpaid.
Yeah.
For the amount of work they put in. So,
definitely. So
if you increase their pay, they're like, yeah, I deserve this.
Yeah, but I think you'd get to the same thing where it plateau again.
Yeah.
Like they think they're being underpaid.
Like I know one person got a 10% pay increase and didn't think it was enough.
Yeah, of course, because we're humans.
Yeah,
greed is
honestly
natural.
It's disgusting,
inherent.
Yeah.
So research says no.
Yeah.
A global Boston consulting group study of over 200,000 employees found that an attractive salary is only the 8th consideration for how happy employees are at work. Number 1, recognition and appreciation for what they do, which I can completely understand.
Which makes perfect sense.
It makes absolute sense when I think about think about some of the jobs I've done in the past.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Recognition and appreciation for work would definitely make sense.
Yeah. People want to be told they're good at what they do.
Yeah. Yes, I do. I love that.
Yeah.
I don't stop doing that.
Like that's why that's why for me when like it goes back to our last episode. Like, be aware of your own success.
Yeah.
And like pat yourself on the back.
Yeah, because it's good for you.
That's like when I do something, the first thing I'm saying is I'm him.
Oh, dear.
That's the first thing I'm saying.
That's all we've heard actually on this podcast.
That's the first thing I'm saying.
Yeah.
But in reality, I'm not. Like, I understand that. But there are times.
Lovely.
Like,
we've got that on video.
Like, in reality, I'm not him. But sometimes I fit the description.
If the shoe fits.
And sometimes it does.
That glass slipper.
Yeah.
That play, man. Go on to number 3.
On to number 3.
This one might seem confusing at first, but bear with me. It says, jump right in, put your head down, and get it done. So the myth is...
Yeah, I need to read this one. I don't know.
You get a piece of work.
Yeah.
You just go straight into it. You don't ask any of your stakeholders. You don't ask any of your...
Oh, okay.
Because actually, when I think about it, before I started work here, I didn't think about stakeholder management at all.
Yeah.
I thought that you get a task, you get it done, you give it to your boss.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
that's true. That's exactly how I thought it was. Yeah.
I didn't think about all the interrelationships that happen and the politics that happens before a piece of work gets sounded out.
Yeah.
And gets put into action.
Yeah.
Which I didn't understand, that there were so crazy timelines for turnarounds in work. So okay, not turnarounds, for completion of a project.
Yeah.
Because I thought, well, I mean, this task could be done in a week, 2 weeks. Why is it taking 6 months for this to be signed off?
Yeah.
Because you need to take this to 4 or 5 people.
Yeah.
Who need to get approval from 4 or 5 more people.
Yeah.
Who then need feedback from 4 or 5 more people.
A lot of processes.
So it goes through so much red tape.
Yeah.
Before it can come back, and let one of those people say no. It comes back to the original person, and it's up to you to fix that.
Yeah.
And make sure everyone's happy with it.
Yeah.
And then from then onwards, you need to make sure everyone's happy
with that change you've made.
With that change before you finally present it to those same people again.
Yeah.
But you've now got feedback from 20, 30 other people.
Yeah.
And they all say yes. It kind of feels like a tick box exercise. But it makes sense to do it because you kind of want to present to a group of people that you know will say yes.
Yeah.
Whereas if you present to a group of people that it's a surprise to, you might not be ready for the results.
Or just get a lot of feedback, a lot of questions that if you had done stakeholder management, you wouldn't get.
Yeah, and they would be already prepped, and you'd probably be prepped
for their potential questions.
Their responses. Yeah, you'd know the kind of sentiment that they have already. Yeah. Which I thought it was really interesting when I saw it.
It's just I've never thought
about that.
Yeah. And you just made me aware of that right now. Yeah. And now I perfectly understand what that statement means. Yeah. It's nothing like that.
Exactly.
Well, actually,
obviously there are some tasks
like
that.
In like the current role, it's nothing like that because when I worked on a service desk, it was virtually exactly like that. It was like someone calls you, so that's the task.
Yeah.
You fix that task. Yeah. You move on. But even then, sometimes you have to talk to other people about how to fix a task. How to complete a task. What's the process for this? So, it's actually just never like that. No. It's actually, that's crazy. No. I just realized that. I'm learning.
Exactly.
Hope you're learning with us. Yeah. I'm learning. This is good. This is good. I'm feeling good. I'm getting hyped.
I'm enjoying this.
Now
what Forbes said.
1 second.
Sorry.
This article thing we brought in. Great.
I'm loving it.
It's great.
I'm loving it.
Let's go.
So, if this is how you... So, obviously, jump right in, put your head down and get it done. Title of that bit. If this is how you think you should approach your work projects, you're not alone. The jump in head first mentality is prevalent amongst driven students and professionals alike. But it is not a habit that produces great work. Research shows that great work comes from pausing to think before a project, asking the right people the right questions, and taking time to tweak and adjust your work until it makes a difference that people love. Which is about stakeholder management, making sure who you're presenting to, it makes sense to them and they like it.
Makes perfect sense.
So the next time, unfortunate, next time, this one, contentious. Yeah, exactly. Well, on this podcast, it's 4 figures. Minimum.
Go.
Number 4, this one, I love this one. Yeah. This one's a big myth. High achievers make great managers. That's absolute cap.
No.
Absolute cap.
It's not. Yeah, that's just not true.
It's just not true at all. I like this because it's recently we had a talent manager come and give us a talk and talk about 2 distinct categories of people, which I think works for this.
Yeah.
Because you've got the high achiever.
Yeah.
And you've got the potential successor for a role. And that opened my eyes to so many different things.
Yeah.
And the difference between a high performer or a high achiever and a potential successor is their ambition. And I hadn't thought about that. Someone could be really good at their job and not want anymore, and that's fine. But they're not going to want to be someone's manager, someone's boss, because that's too much for them. They're in their comfort zone. Which is not a problem.
I honestly think I lean that way.
Not a problem.
Because I there are times where I can be seen as like a high achiever in certain stuff, right? But it's like my mum hates it. My mum hates it in me and my brother. Because I've told one of my brothers, very high achiever. Yeah. But he is the chillest person in the world. He doesn't want to do anything.
Oh, really?
He doesn't want to do anything.
Got success thrust upon him.
Yeah. He doesn't want to do anything. He had, because I remember my sister. It was my sister as well. Because I remember there are times when like we're having conversations, and like we're doing stuff, talking about stuff. My sister just smiles and like, you're actually so intelligent. Like you're so capable of so much. Damn. And she's like, but why do you want to do nothing? Like, it's honestly that. And she's like, it annoys me. Why? Like, you're so capable, but you're not trying to. But Some
pushing
people just,
yourself.
some people just don't.
Some people don't have the ambition.
Yeah,
and that's fine.
And that's completely fine.
It's a thing. Ambition's not for everyone. Because otherwise, it's like you said, I think ages ago.
Yeah.
First, second episode, someone were talking about how he got employed.
Yeah.
Not everyone is going to be a CEO. Otherwise, you wouldn't have employees.
Yes. Yeah, and I believe that so much. And you know, because that's why I say I lean into the high performer thing where I'm like, I have no doubt I can be very capable. Like I have like business ideas that I feel are very good. Like
you have bad business ideas.
I have like loads, yeah. But the reason I've never tried to do any of them, it's because of effort.
Yeah,
it's because of effort. Yeah. I happily work, work 5 days a week to then receive just payment, just because it's easier.
Yeah.
When you have your own business, there's so many things. But the idea, one thing that always stops you from starting a business, the idea of having employees.
Oh God.
The idea of having first, because you have to figure out a system of hiring them.
Yeah. Expensive, by the way.
Yeah, just yeah. Like,
I would love. How do you trust where they've come from?
Yeah, I'd love to start a business, but I don't think I'm capable of doing a good business. But the only way to actually figure that out is starting businesses and failing them or succeeding in them. But it's just the idea of having to go through all these steps. Like, I don't have to go about. Thinking of it now is stressing me out.
Yeah.
Thinking of it now is actually stressing me out. It's just a lot of work that the idea it's not for me. It's not for me. Yeah. But read on.
I mean, I can definitely say we both know of a person who was a manager directly linked to us at one point, who probably is a high achiever, but as a manager, not sure. So it kind of makes sense. It definitely makes sense. So, what Forbes says, there's a definite difference between managing and leading.
Yeah.
Truth. It turns out there's also sometimes a mismatch between high performers and fantastic managers. While many managers can earn their title by being highly productive or knowledgeable about their craft, being a great manager means being effective at discovering unique skills in others and capitalizing on those skills. Research on the Value of Bosses by Stanton Shaw and Lazier?
Okay.
Damn.
Okay.
Lazier?
Yeah.
Found that bosses who don't improve the productivity of their people have an exit rate that is nearly twice that of average quality bosses. So being a great manager takes more than knowing your stuff. You need to understand your people and their talent too.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. You need to, as a manager, you need to be a motivator. You need to be a hype man.
You need that man management.
You need man management. You need people management. Otherwise, it's just.
I always put that stat on max when I play FM.
Yeah, okay. FM is what? Football manager.
Yeah.
It's not football high achiever, is it? That's FIFA.
But, yeah. Oh, that is
the
FIFA.
difference between FIFA and football manager
is true.
Wow,
it's true, and they just give you like two different kinds of joy. Like when I didn't know FM, you don't understand. It was breaking me because it just didn't work. I couldn't break it down. Yeah. But 4 seasons in, I'm winning Premier Leagues with Southampton.
Whoa.
And they got relegated. I'm winning Premier Leagues with Southampton. Have Haaland up front.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Game's a game.
But yeah, and I even feel like I could be a good leader.
Could you?
Yeah, because
you have the ambition to match it though. Because there's a lot of not bureaucracy. Politics involved,
but the thing is, but I feel like
motivation involved.
The way I feel like I'm good with people.
Okay, yeah.
Like on a general people, I'm quite good with people.
Yeah.
I can talk to like a 50-year-old and a 10-year-old and it'll be cool.
Some level of understanding at the end of your talk.
Yeah. So, but it's like it'd be a lot of effort.
But how would you deal with people that are out to get you? Because the higher up you go, the more people that are out to see you fall.
Yeah,
but not maybe explicitly see you fall, but kind of block your progress.
Yeah.
They're trying to step on you to get to the top.
I don't know really, because I've never given much thought to it.
Have you not? I think about it a lot of the time.
Because I don't know, because I feel like a lot of people, like it's the spotlight syndrome thing.
Yeah,
where a lot of people think people are out to get them.
Yeah,
and like I just think it comes from a weird arrogance that humans have. That's just what I personally think. Because like a lot of my friends I talk to, they'll be like, oh, well, what about this? Did you think of this? That this could happen? I'm like, why do you think the world cares about you so much?
Yeah, that's fair.
That's honestly what I think. Fair. Like, why do you think the world cares about you so much?
Yeah.
Me, because the reason I've never thought about that is because I just don't think like that.
That's fair.
I just wouldn't think people are like that. And if they get me, they get me. It's my it's what it is. I'm sure because like I said, I never doubt I won't land on my feet.
Okay.
So if they get me, they get me. I'll
take a couple steps back.
I'll be
carry
good.
on going.
Honestly, I'll be good.
Yeah, I think it comes from a place of you're just a very straight shooter. That's why.
Okay, I don't know what that means. But
straight shooter, as in someone who doesn't like deviate from what you say is what you mean.
Oh,
what you say is what you get. Straight shooter.
Yeah.
More learning.
Life is so easy like this.
There you go.
Continue.
So straight shooter.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see the like malice in people's words sometimes.
No, it's
Not malice.
Yeah, it's like
the ill intention sometimes.
Yeah.
Or less well-meaning words.
Yeah.
You always like. I can't remember what it was recently. We had a discussion.
It was about hair. It was about the hair.
About that. Yeah, about the hair. You had your hair out.
Yeah. So okay.
Good.
In the last episode, remember I had like that big afro
Mm-hmm.
because I'd taken my hair out to get it redone, and so I'm looking like this.
You're always looking sharp. Always.
And then we was having a conversation with a guy. And we were talking about the perks and salary thing, like we just talked now.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Oh, yeah, you could use a perk to get your hair cut."
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Yeah, exactly, I could. Like that's what I'm talking about."
But he said, and then, it's just the way he delivered
and
it.
Then we just moved on,
mm-hmm.
and we were just laughing and having a cool conversation because I was like, "Yeah, that's a valid point.
Yeah.
I could like that's exactly what I mean." I thought he was backing me up.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, Jeremy,
What do you think about that comment?
Jeremy asked me what I think. I'm like, "What do you mean?"
You forgot it even happened.
Yeah, it's true. What happened?
He said, "What comment?"
I was like,
comment about my hair. Who talks about my hair?
Yeah,
but it was just the way it was delivered, like with a smirk.
Yeah,
I saw it and I was like, "This guy's taking the piss." It has to be. But I'm just more cynical by nature than you are.
Yeah, it's just no, because I don't know. I just feel like the world I live in is like if I was in his shoes doing the same thing for someone's hair, I'd be like, "Yo, you need a haircut." That's literally what I say. I tell my friends that. I just tell people I'm like, "Yo, man, you need a haircut." Like,
you the guy that for Christmas would get someone whose breath stinks a breath mint.
No.
Or you just tell them that breath stinks.
No, I get them like
toothpaste.
Yeah. I get them like a cleaning set. Like I'll get them I'll get them like cleaning set or something like that. Yeah. Like something to do with like hygiene.
And you wouldn't think twice of it, would you?
No,
you'd think that as I'm helping them out.
That's a gift. But the thing is, I suck at gift giving. To be fair,
damn, that's a whole other topic.
Yeah, I suck at gift giving. But yeah, next point.
This one, I kind of agree with.
Yeah.
I think I kind of knew this.
Yeah.
But it's do what you love and you'll never work again.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah. I've known from the jump.
I hate that. Yeah. Listen, okay.
It's like when we talk about follow your passion, you're like, no, absolutely not.
Listen, okay, I'm sure that has some meaning to it because it's case by case because no two people are the same.
Yeah.
But people, like I'm sure if you took a survey, how many people would say they don't really like their job?
Yeah. But I think they confuse that with people expecting you to like every facet of your job. No, you can like your job, but not like everything you do.
Okay, what I mean is people don't like having to do things to live.
No, but I think for some people it gives them a sense of purpose.
Yeah, for some people it does, for sure. Like for me, it does. Like
if I had nothing to do,
I like working just because it helps pass the time. Like
true.
Like
filler.
Yeah. Like you just keep time up in my day. Like by the end of summer, I'm bored.
Yeah.
Okay. Like in school, by the end of summer, I was bored.
Yeah, so bored.
So, what was I even saying again? So, what was I saying? By the end of summer,
You say you're bored by the end of the summer, but
before
the original point,
was
around.
Don't follow your passion because, like I said, people don't like working. Like people, like a lot of people I talk to, they're like, I don't want to have to work for money. Like the fact I have to live, I live because I go to work.
Okay,
I don't want that. And the minute your passion becomes that to you, you start to hate it.
Yeah,
because it's like now I don't like. The reason I think of it is it happens a lot with artists.
Yeah.
Like
there are a few studies
players.
on this as well.
Yeah, like musician players. Because one of my friends was like that, and she was telling me how she had a conversation with other violinists about it, and he was like it comes from I want to practice to I have to practice.
Yeah.
And no one wants to have to do anything.
It's like it's the same idea of when you're doing something from the goodness of your heart, and someone tells you to do that same thing.
Exactly.
So I'm washing these dishes, and someone says, "Oh, can you do the dishes?"
Yeah.
No.
Like people,
now I will not do the dishes.
Yeah, I don't even know where that comes from.
Neither do I. I just know.
But I feel like it's just innate in everyone.
Yeah, and I think that's similar to when you have a passion for something, and now you rely on that passion.
Yeah.
I think they did a study between two, I think it was violinists, where they had one play just for the enjoyment of it.
Yeah.
And one, they took away their salary, the other salary, and paid them based on the performance of the violin.
Oh, crazy. Okay.
And the end, they did like a survey or something.
Yeah.
And the satisfaction they got from playing the violin, and the person that did it for enjoyment had the same level, if not higher, than before. Whereas the one that was paid, had to rely on their violin playing, their not satisfaction, but their enjoyment of the instrument. I don't know how they measured it, by the way. I'll see if I can find it. Dropped.
Sean? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, thanks, Sean. Dropped dramatically.
Yeah.
Dramatically.
Okay.
So I can completely understand that point.
Yeah.
Where you don't have to love your job.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
You don't have to.
It's a common misconception that, and a lot of people will talk about this after this, because it's the last point.
Yeah.
About you need to know what you need to know what you want to get into.
Yeah.
Early.
And I feel
you
like
need to love it.
I feel that's how people get severe imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Because their job becomes their character. It's all they know.
Yeah.
It's all they know. And when you start getting judged on your passion, you start losing your love for it.
Exactly.
Like, you start to get judged for your passions. You start, like, you go to auditions, like, say, sticking on the music thing, go to auditions, and now you're getting judged on something you used to do just for the passion of it.
Yeah, it used to be fun for you.
And now
it's no longer fun.
And now it's all about critique and all this. So, yeah, that's my point. So, we done with the article now?
That finishes the article, and that was from Forbes. And it was by David Sturt and Todd Nordstrom.
Nice. Shout out them guys.
Great people.
But yeah.
Thought provokers.
Yeah, so we got some like,
off the cuff stuff now.
Yeah, some stuff we want to talk about ourselves to do with this career myth thing. Yeah. And as you said, the first one probably, you need to know exactly what you want to do in secondary school or high school for, some other people.
Yeah.
And
our friends across the pond.
Yeah. Shout out the Australia guys as well.
Yeah.
But
of course.
Yeah. But like, because I remember I thought this at the time when I was like, when the teacher was like, GCSEs, they really matter. Like, what do you want to go into?
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you asking us? Asking 15-year-old children
what they want to do for
the rest of their life. I think they can accurately gauge it.
Yeah.
Because the way I phrased it to myself was, why did we decide what we're gonna do with most of our life when we've lived the least amount of our life?
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly how I thought about it. And I was like, this doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, that actually doesn't make. You've lived 15 years on this earth, and you're choosing a career that you're gonna have from, let's say, 18 onwards.
Assume you live till you're 80.
Yeah. What's that? 62 years.
62 years, and you want me to decide when I've lived 15 out of 80 years?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. What percentage is that? 15 out of 80. You've lived barely any of your life.
Out of that, I think it's less than a fifth, less than 20%. Probably like
it's like 15%.
Yeah,
roughly.
like 15%. I've lived 15% of my life.
Yeah. And
you want me to decide what I'm going to do with the other 50% because you retire.
Yeah.
But
wow,
does that make sense?
Yeah. No, it doesn't make sense at all. That's never made sense.
Never makes sense. And because there are famous people that that decide to do something later in life.
Yeah. Like who?
Han Solo, Harrison Ford.
Yep.
Yeah. Was a self-taught carpenter until he was 32. He didn't get his first acting job until he was 32. And now he's a household name for multiple generations.
Yep.
You can change what you want to do at any point.
Yeah.
J.K. Rowling, she wrote the first Harry Potter when she was 32. Before that, she was a secretary and a researcher.
Yeah.
And she just wrote as a hobby.
You think she grew up at 6 years old saying, I want to write Harry Potter?
Like, you can do what you want.
It's a misconception, and don't let it stop you from... So, a lot of people at maybe A-level or GCSE, when you have to make a decision about your subjects?
Yes.
You'll get a lot of pressure, external pressure, maybe your parents, your friends, whatever, saying you need to do this because this.
Yeah.
You need to do... That's what I don't like about the current system we have in education, where you have to choose your A-levels and then you automatically shut yourself out of so many different degrees based on the requirements you have at A-level.
Because I remember, because I was into like computers, I said because they brought a career advisor in before we picked our GCSEs.
Right. But before
we picked our GCSE, no, A levels. We picked our A levels.
Okay, right.
Yeah. Career advisor, and he was like, "Oh, talk about like what kind of jobs you want to do and what kind of A levels.
So far away.
What kind of A levels you have to do to get the kind of job you want." And I just it kept thinking in my head, why am I making these decisions for the rest of my life like this?
Why now?
And then I just thought, you can go like, because I tell a lot of my friends this because I always get like bogged down in like life.
Okay.
And I'm just like, listen, this is how I live my life. I try something out.
Yeah.
If I don't like it, I try something else. And you can do that with your career. It's like people study geography and they're working in like banking.
Yeah.
People
I mean, that's literally point 2, number 2, job hopping.
This is like job
similar.
It's similar, but
yeah, it comes off this.
Yeah,
so it might segue.
Nice little segue. And so yeah, you can just go like you can choose one career, and if you're like, oh, that's not really
like
for
career
me,
pivots.
That's not really for me. You can do that.
Yeah.
And like, if that's not really for me, you can go around and see what you kind of want to do. Like there are people who are lawyers who quit to become bartenders.
Oh yeah.
And I look back to the article where money is not the motivation.
No, it's the enjoyment and the appreciation.
Yeah.
And the feeling of value.
But yeah, let's link into your next point then.
Just job hopping.
Job hopping.
It's career suicide. I never believed that. Because people saying you need to stay in the same place for multiple years.
My mum believes that. That's wrong.
Like I can see it both ways, but I don't agree with the other way.
Yeah, I can see it both ways.
I can see what they're saying.
Yeah,
I don't think so, because I think we're gone from the days where staying at a job for multiple years nets you the same kind of loyalty benefits.
Yeah,
because I think
it's much more
employee retention
used
to be at the top of employers' lists.
Oh really?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't think it's at the top anymore.
Oh, I doubt it.
I think employee satisfaction is high because they want to keep talent, and they think you reward talent by giving them perks.
Yeah,
that's the whole idea of FANG companies.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I think it's Mang now.
Yeah, Mang
is better.
Yeah.
But they have the whole. They want to keep you in the office as long as possible thing.
Yeah.
So they have the breakfast in the office.
Yeah.
You have so many amenities that you have a gym, you have a spa,
beer
like the Google office in King's Cross. Amazing building, like slides, or like everything is at the office, so you never have to leave.
You don't have to go home.
Sleeping pods, they're there. You can stay at the office.
You don't have to go home.
You don't have to leave. It's free food, free everything, free treatments, whatever you want on site, so you don't leave. So they retain their talent, and it makes you not dependent. I don't think you get addicted to it. I don't think you get addicted to it per se, but you really enjoy it. Yeah, you don't want to go anywhere, and so I think we're developing. Well, I can't say I'm not a business owner. Yeah. I'm saying it like I'm the authority on this, but what I mean is I think that employers don't reward people for staying as long anymore. You can get benefits for it, but job hopping isn't as evil as people say it is. And you don't owe them any loyalty.
It's the quickest way to get a promotion.
Definitely. If you're in your own company and how talent pools a certain way, promotions work in different companies. However, going across maybe not a direct competitor, but going to a different company, getting a different perspective on how the same job even is done at a different place, I think makes you a more rounded individual anyway. Yeah, because I even know someone who, I don't think they stayed at a job more than a year, but every time they've changed job, they've got more money. Oh yeah, that's a byproduct of it. Yeah, you just gain more experience. More knowledge. It just raises the question: why do you leave everywhere? Yeah. Because remember, companies don't want you. They don't want you to work for money. They don't want that to be why you work there. I'm pretty sure we talked about it in the interviews in the employed episode, but they don't want you to be in there for money. Yeah. So that does raise the question of why does this person move around so much? Yeah. And if you have a good answer for that, not a problem. Yeah, if you have a good answer for that, it's no problem. They have a great one. Oh, it's crazy. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, it's just not career suicide. No. And you can job hop to a different industry, or you can job just to a different company within the industry. Oh yeah. That's how it goes. So, job hopping, it's all okay. If you want to move job, move job. It's fine. It's because it's what you really pick up from the job that matters. Exactly. It's the whole idea of transferable skills, the idea of what you pick up, you can apply elsewhere. Yes, transferable skills, big thing. Yeah. And yeah, it's a big thing because everything can be redone to help you with something else in your life. I feel that's the benefit of skills. Yeah. it can be reapplied in different situations and scenarios, and the same skill, like you can learn, like the reason why I did my degree actuarial science was to be an actuary, but that's not to say that because I've done actuarial science the only thing I can do is become an actuary.
Yeah,
because the skills I pick up, data manipulation, statistics, data analysis, just from that alone, you go into biostatistics. That's a whole different field. You could go into data analysis, slightly similar field.
Yeah.
But you go into data analysis for footballers. You can go into You can go into scouting.
Yeah.
So many different avenues from one skill. So that's the whole idea that you were saying of taking apart a skill and applying context to it.
Yeah.
It's a whole different career.
Yeah. No,
So it's all about the transferable skills and not just the job per se. That's not to say the job you have doesn't hold any weight. It does. Employers have affinities to some other employers, so it might help you get somewhere else. Just name, rapport, yeah, and favors sometimes. Well, I won't go there. I won't go there. But politics is politics.
Yeah, and so it's okay. You know, job hopping, nothing wrong with it. You get transferable skills from everything that you do. So next one now, higher education always guarantees a good job.
Not true.
That's the next myth we have down.
Not true. I can categorically tell you it does not.
You have a story?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
I'm just thinking whether I want to out this guy or not.
Oh no, just say there's a guy. You don't have to give like a name or anything.
I'm not going to out him. But the story was going to out him. You're going to know who it is just the story.
But say
guy, really smart, ultra smart. I think he did 5 or 6 A levels.
Oh,
A stars on all of them.
Oh, nice, yeah.
14, 15 A levels, A stars on all of them.
Oh,
This guy's
nice.
only seen A stars, only seen in first class. Did maths at uni. First class again.
Nice.
Got into the workplace.
Okay.
Became a quant. He's on top of his game. Because of his affinity to being a prick.
Yeah. Okay. Not a people's person.
Not a people's person. He's not a business person.
He's just not. He's
just not that person.
He's not him.
He's not him.
He's not him. But yeah.
So he's 3 weeks at his job and he's fired.
Yeah.
Doesn't guarantee you a good job at all.
Yeah.
You would have thought, oh wow, this guy's 6 A levels, 15 GCSEs, first class, all round, genius. It's not all about that. Yeah. It's all about your grades. It doesn't guarantee you anything.
Honestly, I feel like what you need to get a great job. Yeah, is I don't know how many things. Probably like you need like good like hard work, but in like a certain way.
Work ethic.
Yeah, like you need work ethic, right? You need people skills.
Yeah.
And you need intelligence.
Yeah.
And you need them all to a certain level.
Yeah.
And you need them all to a certain level depending on how high you want to go.
Yeah.
Like for me, I'd say I have social skills and intelligence, but my work ethic is quite low. So I understand that's a ceiling that is set because of that, because of that poor stat.
Yeah. The skill tree.
Yeah, the skill tree, because that area is poor. It goes like that. But and for some people, for social skills, they might have great work ethic and great intelligence. So they're high achievers.
Yeah.
But the social skills are bad. And never forget, no matter what job you do, no matter what job you do.
There are some technical jobs out there that require certain.
But a lot of jobs, like a lot of good jobs, require social interaction.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Not every job, because some are like out in the sticks where you're there by yourself. But a lot of jobs require social interaction. So, and after a certain point, it's like, it's not what you know anymore, it's who you know. So you need that level of social skills.
Networking, especially. It's being able to function as a bigger organism than yourself.
Yeah. And then like, if it was another way and you had high social skills, high work ethic, but you weren't that smart, you'd probably still be fine.
You'd work better than someone who's lacking. Yeah.
But after a while, if you can never learn anything new, you're not going to keep getting better.
Yeah.
So it's just, you need a certain level of all three things balanced out, how they're balanced out, to get to a certain part of life. And you have to understand where you're lacking and how you could improve that.
Yeah.
But being a high achiever and having high education won't always let you get a good job. And it'll get a good job, but not having social skills would stop you keeping a good job.
And I think that ties in nicely with the next point, really.
Yeah.
If you go we talked about high grades.
Yeah.
Talk about higher education.
Yeah.
So university. We talked about this in how do we graduate?
Okay.
Episode.
Yeah.
But university isn't everything. So if you didn't go to university, that's not to say you'll never find a job.
Yeah.
Because there are so many other routes, even into these technical jobs.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm getting tired, but yeah.
It's alright.
Mm-hmm.
Been here a while. We'll be wrapping up.
Yeah.
But there are so many different ways to get into technical roles now that probably didn't exist a few years ago through apprenticeships, various internships. There are sort of already frameworks in place for you to progress. So you going to university isn't as big a miss now as it was beforehand.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is a big myth that you hear amongst students, obviously, beforehand, saying, oh, if I don't have this degree, I can't do this job. Probably not true.
Yeah,
more
not true
jobs than you think will have more routes into it.
Like, for example, a good one is engineering.
Yeah.
Engineering,
definitely engineering,
but there's engineering apprenticeships.
Yeah.
So there's many ways to get a job and to get a good job as well. Yeah. So let us blow that misconception out of the water as well. Cool. Next one. This aligns with the article. The only measure of success is money and position.
I think that depends on who you talk to.
Yeah,
I think that depends on your
it does what you perceive as success.
What you perceive as success.
Yeah.
And well, I mean, I don't think this is. Oh yeah, it does. So if you see the same person as someone else, you might see them both. Both of you might see them differently in terms of success.
Yeah. Everyone has a different perception of everything. Honestly,
obviously, yeah.
And everyone's struggling in like their own way to like maneuver through it.
Yeah, but
it'll be okay, innit? The only measure of success is not money and position.
It'll be okay.
It'll be good. That's just my mentality for it. It'll be good. Money and position not important. We really talked about earlier with the article as well. Like, money is not the motivator.
Doesn't have to be.
Money.
It can be.
Money's nice.
It can be, but you'll struggle
money's
later on.
Money's nice. Like, it's good to have it.
Because where will you stop?
And depends
if money's the motivation.
But for some people, money being a motivation can also work just because they love buying stuff.
Yeah, but as in, it's not the prime motivator. The stuff would be the motivator.
Yeah. Oh, that is true.
Because if you're grinding just for the money's sake, when will it end? Yeah, because you'll keep chasing more and more money. You might make some rash decisions because of it.
Yeah, money's just the object we use to barter.
It's a vehicle.
In itself.
I've had that so many times, that money's just the vehicle.
Oh yeah. See, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, it's good.
It's just it carries you from a place to a place.
That's it.
Money will buy you something to get the satisfaction from it. It's called, in economics, marginal utility. You get utility from an object. Yeah. And the way you get the vehicle to your utility is the money.
Okay.
And it should be seen as such. It shouldn't be the prime motivation for you to do something. Obviously, there is a certain level of money that you'll need to live a comfortable life. Yeah. So probably achieve that first. And then from then on, it's really not the be all and end all. It shouldn't be.
It's not.
Because otherwise, it's an unhealthy motivator in itself. Because, as I said quite a few times, when does it end?
Honestly.
When does it stop?
And honestly, I think that's a great place to end.
Yeah. Where does it end? It ends here.
That was a beautiful monologue, honestly.
I think so.
You're in your bag there. That was good. That was good. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this episode.
I did.
I think I say that for every episode, and do you know why? It's because I don't expect anything to really be happening here. Honestly, I don't.
I think we outdo ourselves each time.
I don't. Like we kind of like plan it out, kind of. And I'm like, I don't know how this is gonna go. Like,
but every time we finish, I always feel great. Yeah,
because we have good conversations.
We do.
We have good conversations.
Today, I learned quite a lot.
Nice, man.
Really appreciate that. And hopefully you guys learned something too.
Yeah, hopefully we've been of some help. And you're still here. Just let us know.
Let us know.
Say, comment.
What's the comment? I don't think we did one for the last two, actually. We haven't had one in a while.
No, but for the last one, we
asked
what they want.
Yeah, we'll get some results from that, by the way.
Stakeholders, shareholders.
Yeah.
I do like the board the most.
The board is nice. The board is good.
But yeah, so, if we're still here.
Because you guys are great.
Leave a like.
Thank you for coming.
Like, subscribe, comment.
Tell us what you want to hear.
Share.
Share. Tell
Let
a friend.
People know this.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Ask them what they think of the stuff we've talked about and stuff that we said. Have a little conversation within your own friendship group about these points.
Yeah. And make this a community thing. Talk about your biggest myth. talk about your biggest misconception and what happened when you got into the workplace.
Yeah.
Tell us how you overcame it.
Yeah, Twitter Insta's up and running.
Let us know how to do it. Appreciate it. Thank you for coming with us again.
It's been great.
Yeah. Peace.